Joe and Tyler, we just finished up at 18606 Lakeshore. Tell me what you think.
So we did the outside first. The exterior is in relatively good shape. A common thing though with brick siding is that we will have, over our windows and doors, we'll have these metal lintels that hold up the brick.
Yeah.
And over time, when you get moisture up against them due to chipping paint, they'll start to expand and shift a little bit.
Yeah, I see that.
Which causes the movement between the bricks and some cracking. Right now, the majority of them are in okay shape. They should just probably be resealed, and then the brick cracking should be filled in with new mortar so that it doesn't expand and cause a bigger issue.
Okay.
There was one lintel on the other side of the house that has rusted through and likely needs to be replaced.
Okay.
So that's a job for a mason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly how much it costs to do, but it's a little bit of a project.
Yep.
That's the only one that needs replaced.
Okay.
Joey looked at the roof.
Yeah, so we've got missing shingles kind of. There's one on the front, there's one on that side over there.
Yeah.
The back of the house has the largest amount of missing shingles from what we
Okay.
can see from the ground. Shouldn't be a huge project, but they need
Roofer.
to get replaced. Yeah, they need
Yep.
to get replaced. I mean, that was all I had on the outside.
Yeah.
There's some missing siding on the front over there. And get a true carpenter out here, and I'll take 10 minutes.
Okay.
So other than some small things on the exterior, that's the big stuff. On the inside, there's a lot of storage in that closet on the second floor that leads up to the attic.
Yeah.
I tried to move it around. I couldn't get up.
Get
to
up
the
in the attic. Okay.
we couldn't get up there.
Yeah.
But on the second floor, Joey did that. You didn't have a whole lot, right?
There's not a ton up there. I would
Saw
say
a
that
leak under the sink we found.
The biggest issue would be the kitchen faucet is leaking, and that water's going all the way down
Yeah, it is.
into the first floor and into a light fixture.
Yeah.
So that's not ideal.
Yep.
Outlets are ungrounded, including the appliances.
So everything's knob and tube in the.
Yeah.
Throughout. You
Throughout?
have knob and tube. Maybe some updated electrical here and there.
Doesn't I would think the city of Euclid would make me change that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Euclid, they're not really looking at the electrical system, I don't believe, unless you have like a Federal Pacific panel.
The old style.
Yeah, but so the only parts that need to be updated are the outlets for our appliances, like our oven and our refrigerator. So both ovens and refrigerators are on ungrounded outlets.
Yeah.
So
Not ideal. Not ideal to do that.
correct.
What's the biggest hazard you have when those happen? You get fires. What do you get?
It's potential for a fire. It's potential if you're using an appliance and it's ungrounded, and there's some type of surge in the electrical line, you can get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's about the extent of it.
All right.
Down on the first floor, small leak at the kitchen sink drain connection.
Yep.
Obviously the light fixture that had water in it in the kitchen. We had a window in the living room that doesn't latch shut, so there's a lot of air flowing through it.
That's on the first floor.
Yeah.
On the first floor.
Yeah. Well, I saw that window with the board. And
Yeah, I took that block out to see.
Is that the
why
window
they
you're
had it.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna replace it.
Yeah, it could maybe be repaired.
Really?
Yeah. So what's happening is the windows that move, which are the two outer
Yeah.
windows, and then there's the fixed pane in the middle. There's just a gap between the two, so maybe it can be adjusted so that they're closer together, so that
Okay.
the windows can latch together. That's why we have air leaking through. Is
I
because they
gotcha.
won't latch. So
I
there's
get
no
you.
tight
So the
seal.
board is up there. What? Just so they don't open?
Because the windows don't latch, so you
They
can
don't
open them
latch.
from the outside.
So if you can get them to latch, they probably would seal it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
The rest of the first floor, some minor cosmetic stuff here and there, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Down in the basement, we have an old clay tile block foundation, so a little bit of moisture is coming through here and there, but nothing excessive. There are things that could be done on the outside, like improving the soil that slopes towards the foundation, maybe building it up so any rainwater will pitch away.
Okay.
But as it is
Are these things doing their job?
they appear to be, they're
Okay.
going into the ground. We can only say so much because
Yeah.
we can't actually see the drainage.
But you
tile
don't think
on the
water's
ground.
come backing up from? Okay.
No, so there was nothing that led me to believe that we actually have water coming into the basement. It's just slight moisture.
Slight moisture.
That's on the foundation walls.
Okay.
The electrical panels are mostly wired correctly, other than a couple of double tapped circuits where we have 2 wires going into 1 breaker. There's plenty of room in the panels to add breakers and redistribute those wires, so that's an easy fix.
Sure.
We also like to see our panels grounded to a grounding rod on the outside,
Right.
Which is another easy correction for an electrician.
Yep.
Furnaces are both from the 80s.
Oh boy.
They're both working. They're dirty though, and they should be serviced.
Okay.
And we're gonna put a monitor in there saying, hey, they're working, but they're older. You can't count on them forever.
Right.
Water heaters, Joey, how old were they?
One of them was from 2013. The other one, the manufacturer label's been removed, so not sure, but it looks older.
Yeah, I can never tell from a water heater. I can't find the date. Is there some special code?
Some
Serial
of
number.
them will have them. Some of
Just
them
look the
don't.
serial number.
Serial number, and then you can look up by brand.
By brand.
What it is.
When it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so the one that has the label removed
Is the one 20 years
about
old.
15,
Yeah.
20 years old.
Yeah.
It's rusting on top.
Yeah.
So that
Time
one
to
probably needs
replace
get,
it. Yeah.
It probably needs to get something done.
Yeah.
To it for sure.
Structurally, we're in good shape. The
Yep.
foundation walls look good.
Yep.
Subflooring and ceiling and floor joists look good. The only thing was the stairwell going down to the basement, since the part of the stair framing is right up against our clay tile block wall, which
The
moisture
moisture's
gets
coming
through.
through.
It's rotted parts of it.
Yeah.
And they resupported it with some 2x4s underneath. I would think about replacing the stairwell.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I noticed that when I was going down. It's a little jittery.
Right.
yeah, and you could probably repair parts of it.
It's just time.
It has some makeshift work already
Yeah.
done to it. It
Yeah.
might be smart to just replace it.
Got it.
Aside from that, though, I don't think we had any issues in the basement.
No.
So biggest stuff is probably fixing some electrical things, doing some roof repairs, and thinking about furnace replacement. But you never know. You might still get a few good years out of those. So
I
Alright.
just noticed those glass blocks are damaged.
They're cracked.
Yeah, the sun's shining on it right now.
oh, there you go. There you go.
So do you actually you got to replace the whole thing, don't you? You can't just take one out, can you?
I'm not sure. I mean,
Those don't look standard at all.
they lay them
Yeah,
in
they look-
section
they
by
look kinda-
section.
They look different, don't they?
Oblong.
Oblong, yeah. They
Yeah.
look weird.
But
So what is that the window to? That's the window to what? Just the hallway. That's a
stairway.
stairwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a room.
No.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's. Yeah,
I was
you just
actually-
keep an eye on it.
I was
Yeah.
looking at that from the inside because it almost looked cracked
Yeah.
in the stairwell, but none of it on the inside was actually cracked.
Yeah.
So, it's something you could replace the window, and we'll say to do that.
Yeah.
But if you didn't do anything and there's no leakage coming through and there's no cracks on the inside and no adjacent damage
Right.
anywhere, probably not the end of the world. So,
All right, guys, let's go on to Shaker Heights.
Cool.
all right.